Hey guys, welcome to Real Simple workout number 13. Today's workout is very similar for intermediate and advanced. There's just an extra round tacked onto the top for the advanced crew. And good full body workout, lots of legs involved, so you definitely feel that. And again, a couple of new movements. We like to keep it sort of different and keep you guys learning new things. So let's run straight into today's workout. For the advanced crew, it's 5 rounds for time. For intermediate and for the beginners, it's 4 rounds for time. So advanced crew, we're running through 5 different movements. Movement number 1, we're running through 12 reverse step lunges to a stalk at the top. We've done this one once before. So we start in with our feet under our hips. We do a reverse step lunge, so knee to the floor, and then we come up onto the front leg, and then we want our front knee at 90 degrees. So then we'll come back down to the ground and up at the top. Make sure we get nice and tall, and you're using a lot of that left glute to do this movement, to bring the leg all the way through. We're gonna go through 12 reps on one side and then 12 reps on the other side, and then we get to move on to our next movement. Our second movement is 20 squats to tippy toes. So all we're doing for this is we're setting up a normal squat as we usually will. So our feet are gonna go under our shoulders. We're gonna go full, all the way down to the bottom of our squat, and then we're gonna come up onto the tippy toes at the top, okay? So to go again, down and up to the tippy toes, down and up to the tippy toes. A tiny pause at the top of the movement, and you're obviously gonna feel a lot in your calves. That one's a tough one to sometimes balance. So if you lose balance, that's totally fine. Just reset, go into your next repetition, okay? Next movement, on each side, we're doing a side plank. So to show you guys, we're gonna set this up on our hand, our side plank. And that's so that we have a nice amount of room to move our hips a little bit. And I'll show you what I mean by that in a moment. But the way that the reps work today is we do 5 reps and then a 20-second hold, okay? So starting up on our hand, 5 reps, and the reps will look like just a small, bring the hips down toward the ground and then coming back up to neutral, down to the ground, back up to neutral. So we go through that 5 times, and then we're going through a 20-second hold on the side plank. So just holding that position. I like to put one foot in front of the other for a bit more stability, but you can also stack your feet on top of each other. If that is too hard, you can do the same thing on your elbow. Sometimes it's quite a lot of load just for that wrist. So same thing on the elbow, up in that position. You still get a little bit of movement, and you're gonna feel this a lot down the side of your torso. Alrighty, so 5 reps, 20 seconds, and then we swap over to the other side. We do the same thing on the other side. 5 reps, like so, and then a 20-second hold. If you can't get the full 20 seconds, rest halfway through, do 10 seconds and then another 10 seconds, okay? Our next movement for the advanced crew is diamond sit-ups. We start with our torso upright, we come down, we touch the ground above our head and back up to the ground above our toes or to our toes for 20 repetitions. And then staying in this position, and our final movement for each round is 20 hip extensions. So for this, guys, we're going to start on the floor. Hands can go down on the ground too. And then all we want is to drive our feet into the floor and squeeze our glutes. So we're bringing our hips up as high as they can go and then back down, okay? Repeat, back down. Make sure in that position that you're not loading up your lower back too much and that you're trying to keep it flat on the floor before you leave the ground. But you get a nice big squeeze of the glutes and opening out the hips at the same time. So enjoy that, guys. And we have a 20-minute time cap for this workout. And our intermediate crew, you guys are actually doing the exact same workout as the advanced guys. However, you're doing 4 rounds for time, not 5 rounds for time. So it could be a good opportunity today if you're halfway through the workout and you're looking at maybe getting the 5 rounds done, to just do the advanced version of the workout. See how you go. Obviously, nice big test for us today if you can push it to the 5 rounds. Okay, and for our beginners today, guys, we're still going through 4 rounds for time. The movements are just scaled versions of the same movements. So our first movement we're going to run through is reverse lunge, but with a scaled option for you. So obviously jumping in using the chair. The chair is going to be placed in front of us. We're going to have our working leg sort of toward the middle of the chair, but obviously just so we could still grab onto the chair or onto whatever it is that we're doing it. Oh my gosh. Okay guys, so for our beginners, you guys today are running through very similar movements, obviously just scaled versions of them. You're going through 4 rounds of the workout, and it's still a 20-minute time cap. So our first movement is going to be scaled reverse step lunges. So using our chair or whatever it is that we're grabbing onto, we want to set up our working foot towards the middle of the whatever it is that we're holding onto, and then we're just going to do reverse step lunges, getting our knee down to the ground and then coming back up. We need to do our best to get all the way down to the ground and really utilize the object that's helping stabilize you, but also it can be pulled down on to help you get up to a standing position. So starting in this position, coming down and coming back up. Obviously as we're getting stronger, then we're using it less and less. And we're doing more of it with our legs and our body. So working on 12 on one leg and then 12 on the opposite leg. And then we're moving on to our next movements. Next movement is 20 scaled squats to tippy toes. So we're still after squats to tippy toes. So still wanting to get up nice and high at the top. However, we want to be grabbing onto our chair to come down as low as we can. And then as we come up, we're coming up to our tippy toes, okay? You guys have quite a big advantage because not only is it tough to get up there on the tippy toes, but also it's tough to be balanced. So because you can hold on to something, it makes it quite a bit easier. So try and get a nice big squeeze through the back of the calves and get nice and tall on those squats. So our next movement for the beginner crew is our side plank on our knees. So we're gonna set these up facing the camera. Nice and long through our torso. A lot of people, as soon as they go to their knees, they fall into this position here. It'll still work, the right muscle, but we want to work on being in the right position. So what we want to do is set up on our forearm, come up to that neutral position, and we still want to go through our 5 reps first. So 5 reps, bring our hips to the ground, and then up, to the ground, and up for 5 reps. Once we're done our 5, we're going to hold this position for 20 seconds and then we're going to swap sides. So same thing on the opposite side. So 5 reps plus a 20-second hold. Again, setting up nice and straight through the torso. 5 repetitions, bring the hips down and then a 20-second hold here. Our next movement is crunches. So what we're after for our crunches is starting with our feet on the floor, hands on our thighs, and we're going to crunch our abs and our core on as hard as we can, and we're going to get either the tip of our fingers, our middle knuckle, or our big knuckles to the kneecaps. Whatever you're up to, obviously the further you go up, the harder it's going to be on the core, but stay consistent to whichever one that you choose. And make sure that you're getting that whole distance up so that you know that you're getting a bit stronger. And our final movement is exact same as the advanced crew and the intermediate crew, is the diamond hip extensions. So this is a great opportunity to open out our hips. If we come down to the ground, we want the soles of our feet together and our knees out to the sides. In this position, we want to make sure that our lower back is on the floor before we lift our glutes up off the ground. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can and then come back down, okay? Make sure that your lower back isn't doing all the work. So to do that, we want to make sure that we're crunching our rib cage down towards our pelvis, and then from here we squeeze our glutes and extend through the hips and come back down. Get as high as you can go. If you're a little tight, it can be hard to get nice and high, but really try and open out the hips on those reps. and you'll feel your glutes really activating. So give that a go. 20-minute time cap for the beginner crew. Enjoy this workout today, guys.